And here we are mining in Mozambique. I had to learn Portuguese. So I'm a fast learner in terms of languages. Ngiyakhuluma, ndiyathetha, ngiyabula. Heaven. I can write it as well.
Really?
Yeah, I do, and so I had to learn Portuguese because the employees on the other side, they speak Portuguese, and I learned, can you believe it? I learned and so on. But I think the investors didn't want to invest a lot on the other side. And fast forward, I was poached with this engineering company, which is very big. It builds most of 99.9% of all the coal plants in South Africa, and the platinum plants in South Africa. Now they're all over the world, and they thought I'm the right, and they were these white people, and they called me in just to chat to them. And I said, okay, send me an offer. And they said, no, they said, but when can you start? I said, but you haven't interviewed me, but you've got the job. We're heaven. I thought maybe it's my skin color, And to fast forward, and then I moved to Johannesburg. But then I realized this is when I brought in so much. I brought billions of rand, and I thought, when I actually tried to convince them, guys, I need shares as well. And look at how much revenue I'm bringing to you guys and so on. And they were like hesitant. Firstly, I was a woman. They don't have women in their executive. And above all, I'm this black woman. And it was like, they were not. And I thought, I needed to strategize now. These whitey, I need to do something. I need to make them a bit. And I said, guys, I'm going to leave you guys. They were like, no, we'll up your package and so on. I thought, they're still there. And I tried again. Was using my strategies, and they still were hesitant. And I thought, And then I decided, no, I need to have my own. How long have I been working for? It's so nice to earn your own, right, guys? And to have your own. The pie is big. I was telling Alfie, the pie is big out there. It's just sometimes we as black people, we just want to hold everything. We don't want to share. As women in mining or women, we don't collaborate as women. Am I right? If I look at her, I just don't like her, or whatever. And the men capitalize on that. That's how I started playing golf here in Mpumalanga. And now in Joe's, I beat them in golf. I play even with the Lions team, which is a cricket team, and they single handicap, right? So I've realized, and I keep on telling this to all women and mentees, let's collaborate as women. Let's pull each other up as women. Don't push each other down, because these people they capitalize on that. I've seen it in the boardrooms. The men go and play golf. They fight in the boardroom, but they play golf. They shake hands. They have a beer. You and I are still fighting. We don't talk to each other. No.
Yeah.
And they see us. They're very clever. They capitalize. You know what? It's cold out there. I remember it's very cold out there. As a woman on your own and as an executive, it's very cold. And then it's lonely because you can't speak to the men. They don't understand your feelings. We understand each other. And we're very strong. But because we don't collaborate, the men capitalize on us and then they rise. That's why the men are more within the mining industry, because we ladies don't pull each other and don't collaborate. To fast forward everything, then I realized that I don't want to be an employee anymore. Now I want to be Mrs. Boss lady. I wanted to be boss lady. Yeah, let me put it that way. And this is when I actually went around, looked for a place. Did the surveying and so on, got my right. I have a lot of guys helping me from the senior guys. I can just call. Again, it's how I walk this road in the mining industry. I say it to all the women. I belong to Women in Mining South Africa. I'm sure some of you guys have seen me talking in those platforms. Do not try and behave like a man. Do not flirt with your bosses in the mining industry.
Yeah.
Do not try and dress up revealing, I want to show you which number I've got these arms. No, don't show your men at home or whatever, but not say in the mine, because they take advantage. Men, almighty, created men very differently, right? What they see, they want. So don't get there.
Is that true, Janice? What you say you are.
Yeah, and then you forget. True. And then that's how we ladies, we need to, and we are very strong. It's just sometimes things happen. And I always tell all my mentees within the mining industry, do not flirt to the men. Do not try and imitate the men. Don't go and drink with them in the bars and outdrink them and so on. Don't. Rather go with your other girlfriends and try and dress appropriate in the mining sector. And
Doesn't that apply to every sector? I feel like that's good advice for every sector. What do you think?
Yes, it is. It is. But because I'm a miner, I'm passionate about women in mining, because I don't want these men to use them. I'm not saying they're users, but again, I'm going to say this. Almighty created you men very differently. Your eyes, I told you, you sit in the meeting in Manaka with the guys. One lady walked past and then look, you say, come back. Any problem in that? So that's how because you forget we're talking, but this is how, and we're not like that, right? And so I always say this, and man watches all this, and when it comes to promotions and so on, you're not going to be promoted because they know, again, and then you being passed, so take someone else, and so try and walk your journey, try and carry yourself well as a woman. Be a woman. You don't need to be a man. No, and don't talk like men, and don't drink like men, and don't, you'll go fine life. I'm not saying I'm fine life. I still want to go further, but I'm this girly, and I like being a girly because I am, and I'm feminine, and I'm a feminist, and I do get cross sometimes when the ladies are being used, but then, this is my input to the young girls that enter the mining space. I have a lot of them actually that I normally chat to, and most of them come back to me and say, "Oh, but you've helped us. What you said and us. Don't have wine with them. Go and have with your friends. Then, if you want to, don't even that.